Hi friends! It's almost Earth Day, so I thought we could read a book about trees today. And this book will tell you a lot of different kinds of trees, and I'm hoping after you listen to this story you can see how many different types of trees you have at your house. So you can look out the window, or if you're able to go out in your yard, you can count how many different types of trees you have in your yard. I wonder who has the most different kinds of trees at their house. So this book is called I Can Name 50 Trees Today by Bonnie Worth. And you can see familiar characters in it, right? The Cat in the Hat and his friends. I can name 50 trees today. And maybe even before, you could pause the video and see how many different types of trees you can name before you hear this book. I don't think I could name 50 right now, so we'll learn together. All right. I'm the Cat in the Hat, and I want you to please take a few moments to look at the trees. If you pay close attention, you might get to exclaim, "There are 50 trees. I bet I can name." A tree is a plant with a stem made of wood. Do you know what a stem is? A trunk. Very good. Some trees grow to 10 or 20 feet high. Some grow till their tops scrape the clouds in the sky. A cypress in Mexico that we have found has a trunk more than 117 feet around. A tree in Australia, the land that's down under, stands 492 feet tall. Oh my, what a wonder! Tree in Australia is called the Eucalyptus Tree, which I think that koalas love. There's some different types of trees on each page too that maybe the story doesn't talk about, so you can just see in the pictures. The branches grow upward, the roots they grow down. The branches and leaves are what we call the crown. Some crowns are like cones, like this cute little fella. Some crowns match the shape of my nifty umbrella. Some, like this willow, droop down to the ground. Some, like this apple tree, are nearly round. I'd say this white oak is as wide as it's tall, while this pine doesn't have low branches at all. This is my favorite tree, the Japanese maple. Let's look at the roots. We will speak of them first. They hold the tree up and they help quench its thirst. They draw water up, and science has found they even draw minerals out of the ground. Nearly 400 feet deep grow the roots of this fig. That's almost as deep as this oil drilling rig. Wow, look at those roots. They grow so deep into the ground to get water and minerals to help this tree on top grow. The trunk and the branches, the leaves and the shoots bring water and minerals up from the roots. The leaves then pull off one tremendous feat. They whip up the food that the tree needs to eat. They mix water up with rays from the sun, add carbon dioxide, and when the leaf's done, it gives off oxygen we need to survive. It's a gift from the trees that keeps us alive. Here's a fast grower. This will surely amaze ya. Over 1 inch each day this tree grows in Malaysia. While way up in Canada, a 4-inch slowpoke is 155, I tell you. No joke. Some leaves are so simple, one leaf to each stem, while others have leaflets growing on them. Some leaves grow on stems in these neat little pairs. Some others you'll find grow unpaired upon theirs. Whorled leaves grow around a tree's branch in a ring. Some leaves are sharp-toothed, others smooth. That's the thing. different kinds of leaves. Those can help you identify what trees you have growing out in your own yards. Like your ears, some have lobes, which means they are shaped a lot like your hand, or a mitten, or a star. This is a sassafras, field maple, and a sweet gum. Bark does for a tree what your skin does for you. Stops the weather, the bugs, and germs from getting through. The bark of this tree is what has made it famous. Shagbark Hickory is what this shaggy tree's name is. The bark of the redwood you have to admire is 2 whole feet thick to protect it from fire. Oh. Redwoods are in California. They're huge trees. You can see how small these kids are next to this giant tree. A neat trick a friend of mine just showed me is to find out the age of a once living tree. A new ring is added with each living year. Let's count up the rings in this stump over here. A year that has rain leaves a ring that is thick. This thin ring means drought, or our poor tree was sick. Oh, that's a fun fact. So if you've ever seen a tree stump, you'll see rings inside. And so if the ring is thick, if there's more space between each line, that means it was healthy that year and had lots of water. If the lines are close together and thin, if the lines are thin and close together, that means that that year the tree didn't have enough water or it was sick. So you can tell how healthy the tree was by the lines inside of it, and if they're thick or thin, and you can tell the age by how many lines there are. All right. The oldest tree ever, and this one is fine, might be 4,700 years old. A Bristlecone Pine. Oh, I wonder where in the world that lives. That really old tree. It's cool looking. There are all types of trees, but of course you knew that. One has needle-shaped leaves or scales that are flat. Its seeds come in pine cones, so let's be exact and say it's a conifer. Yes. That's a fact. I can always remember that pine trees are classified as a conifer tree because it has the word cone in it. And pine trees have pine cones. It's a conifer. Looks like it has the word cone in it. Here we've got Eastern Red Cedar, Sargent Cypress, Juniper, Arbor Vitae. This is a spruce. These are different kinds of pine trees. A spruce. You might recognize these names from when you pick trees if you celebrate Christmas and you go get a tree. These are different kinds of trees you might get for your Christmas tree, like a spruce. This is a hemlock or a white pine or a larch. These trees have needles on them, on their leaves. Another type, broadleaf, you've probably seen in the fall turning colors and losing its green. The seeds from these trees come in nuts that are hard, or in soft or dry fruits like in Sally's backyard. We have the paper birch, sweet cherry tree, black walnut tree. Ooh, we see these a lot, I think in the fall usually, and they fall off the trees and they're really big. I know I slip on them a lot when there's a lot of them around. Black walnuts. This is the red maple. These trees turn really beautiful colors in the fall. I'm guessing a lot of you have maple trees in your yards. Pretty common around this area. And then there are palms. They grow where it's warm, with leaves like a feather or fan-like in form. The world's largest seed from the Coco de Mer weighs 50 whole pounds. You better beware. What do you think these 50-pound seeds are? Well, I'm guessing they might be coconuts. Looks like a coconut tree. Not positive, but I think so. Forget not the lily trees, lovely to see, like this king of the desert, the Joshua tree. If you ever get burned, then you'd better go get the leaf of a yucca that we call aloe. These trees grow where it's all these trees grow where it's very warm and sunny. Not around here so much. The tree fern is oldest, and what is more, it doesn't have seeds. Instead, it has spores. The tree fern fares better in much warmer weather. This tree's rather short with leaf like a feather. Ooh, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this tree. The cycad is old, and for what it is worth, there were cycads when dinosaurs once roamed the earth. It looked like a palm, but a palm it is not. How long is its cone? 3 feet long. That's a lot. Ooh, a 3 feet long pine cone. Usually our pine cones are, about this big. Half of a foot, maybe 6 inches. Maybe if they're really long, they're about 8 inches, maybe a foot, but 3 feet long. That's really big. Oh, the tree called the ginkgo we've saved for the last. The first one grew 250 million years in the past. This is what a ginkgo leaf looks like. One thing that I think you should know about ginkgo, its fruit doesn't smell good. In fact, it smells stinko. Get yourself a blank book and press leaves that you find. Glue them on the pages, your mother won't mind. Note the tree's bark and the shape of the crown. Note the shape of the leaves and then write it all down. Take a look at this book and get a tree guide. Match up your leaves to the pictures inside. So they're identifying the trees that they see, like I asked you to do at the start of this video. Write down the tree names and learn them by heart. This book contains 50, and that's a great start. Knowing trees' names, my dear Miss and dear Mister, is like knowing the name of your brother or sister. We can't have enough of these wonderful trees. So in their yards, they found an oak tree, an apple tree, a maple tree, and a birch tree. These are actually all trees that we have around here, so maybe you'll be able to find some of these also. So when you see bare spots, go plant a tree, please. That would be a nice Earth Day activity, planting a tree. And then in this book has all the different terms that we have said in the book. And let's see. Does it give a list of the trees? And it gives a list of the trees too. Alright, so that is 50 different types of trees. I still would love to know what types of trees you find in your yard, or if you're able to take a walk with your family or outside a little bit, maybe you can find even more types of trees. And feel free to take pictures and message us, text us, email us, whatever you want to do. All right, happy Earth Day, everybody.